Every time I decide to take a break or to lay off the channel for a while and take it easy, um, then suddenly, somehow, something pops onto my screen and um, I get to read or to see or to witness what I perceive personally as deceitfulness and even plain lies. My conscience forces me to go in and make another video expressing my opinions. But before we do that, let's start with the disclaimer. Hello everyone, I'm putting this up here just to show YouTube that I am operating within the guidelines of fair use, which allows to use segments of material I do not own the rights in order to criticize and express an opinion. Just as any democratic, free speech supporting platform would do. I'm not going to make any money out of this, and everything I upload here will be for the sole purpose of reviewing, critique, and expressing opinions about what's going on and what went on the Fully Living. Okay, so let's start with the first very obvious lie. Abigail and Rafael have been best friends since they met each other 5 years ago. They are the perfect siblings and made just for one another or for each other. So, come on, man. Um, all the people who have been watching this channel for years know exactly uh, what the nature of the relationship was, has been, and still is between these brother and sisters. Let's not forget the video that Andrea made at the time talking about how they can never get along with each other, how it never works for them to be together, how they don't know what to do because they just can't work together. And it's horrible. It's a video that exists and existed, and oh man, this woman, she forgets her own lies. And one example that she herself put on their Fully Living Instagram page where Raphael dared to touch something that the girl liked. Look at that face. I mean, that girl runs like crazy to get him to stop. She gives him a look from hell. And Raphael asks the girl, "Why are you looking at me like that?" That was a really scary look. The parents laugh, they think it's funny and amusing. Generally, Abigail was always very jealous and envious of her brother. She needed the 100% attention. And I believe personally that she, as a baby, as a very sweet, young, innocent baby and toddler, she picked up on the energy that Raphael was getting at home from his parents, especially his dad. That's my opinion. Uh, but here's a few examples.
That. All day. That. Abigail.
So as you see, Andrea herself says that this was going on all day, and I believe her. In this case, I believe her because we've seen that. And you can also see that Raphael has been taught not to retaliate and not to protect himself. And so he has no way of stopping it except for just shouting.
He's crying because Raphael went outside to look for Daddy and to unlock the gate, and she didn't go.
So I think we're gonna generate like anger and misery every time that happens. She just flips out.
Yeah.
She can't have him have something to do with not her.
Yes, that is the least of the problem. I think it is my personal opinion that Abigail, who was a very sweet little baby, and also a very sweet girl today. I mean, she's just a child. She's just a child. She's innocent. But what she's been taught and the neglect to take her to all the therapies that she needed, and also the forced isolation. I mean, think about it. This is a child who has never been in kindergarten. She has never been around other girls. She never learned any kind of different communication skills. Of course she's slow. Of course she's behind. She hasn't been exposed to everything a girl her age should have been exposed to. And it's just so sad. And this all of it contributes to in my belief, to the not that good relationship between her and her brother since she was basically born. So here we see Rafael sitting on a dentist chair, and on his leg, if you notice, there's a pretty clear mark, a black and blue mark that suspiciously looks like a bite. Here it is again. So Andrea mentioned a few times that they don't get along very well, and also in many videos you can see that Abigail is desperate for attention and desperate for the camera. Here's a close-up again. So just to me, from what I know, this could definitely be a bite mark, but again, I have no proof. No one has. It's just my suspicion. And so Abigail was diagnosed with developmental problems and was sent to therapy, but never got it. And maybe this is the result, you know? I mean, it's not me just saying it. She was diagnosed that way, and she never got any real help. Instead of that, she she was labeled by her mom as having EDS and autism. But this is something I'm going to talk about it in the next video, and bring some things to light because they need to be. So stay tuned for the next video. It's coming up soon.